Hey there guys, what's up, it's me Harry Sandberg, back here with a brand new video, and welcome back to Gingy Reacts, trailer reactions, pop culture news, and movie reviews. But today, I am reacting to the brand new official trailer for Dune Part 2. Now, I absolutely loved the first Dune film that came out in 2021, and I'm so excited to see where the story goes from there. Now, I am someone who hasn't seen the original Dune film, which I believe came out in the 1980s, 1990s, somewhere around there, nor am I someone who has read the books. But I'm hoping to kind of do that over the summer, so that way I'm a little bit more informed in terms of everything that happens. However, from a few people I've talked to, I know that the sequel books are not held in any sort of high regard, but despite that, I am still very excited for this film. Not just because the first film had a lot of great action and great cinematography, a lot of things that I'm hoping are translated to this film, but also the cast was stacked, and it's still stacked in this movie. Of course we have, and I wrote them all down because I had to list them off. Of course we have, you know, Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Stellan Skarsgård, Javier Bardem, Josh Brolin coming back. I thought he died in the first one, but then he made a nice little appearance in the teaser that came out a while ago. But then we have a lot of other notable names who I never thought I'd see on this cast list, which include Florence Pugh, Christopher Walken, and Austin Butler. Three names of three really great people in the industry, really great actors, and I'm excited to see what their roles are. I believe all three of them are playing some sort of royalty role, and I'm very curious to see how they fit in terms of all the story in this film. But enough talking, let's get straight into this reaction in 3, 2, 1.
This world is beyond cruelty.
Ooh, and here's the blue eyes.
You've been fighting.
I forgot to mention Dave Bautista.
My family's been fighting them for centuries. They were massacred.
So that's the aftermath of what happened in the first film.
Your father didn't believe in revenge.
The lighting!
In Fremen.
Let me fight beside you.
Reload!
I'm excited to see like Zendaya and all the other people of that tribe like in action.
He said that.
I got that. Thanks.
I won't be fighting for him. I'm fighting for my people.
Whoa.
Young Pop.
Yes! The reunion! I love it. I'm so happy he's alive.
Glitter science.
Oh! More riding a sandworm.
Why is that a bad thing? Use it.
Because all my visions lead to horror.
Because you lose control.
Because I gain it.
Oh.
Johnny.
I can't wait to see where his visions lead, to be honest. Christopher Walken and Florence Pugh! Oh, he's so great.
Deal with this prophet.
Show me who you are.
Whoa. There's such great use of like color and lighting in this film already.
Was a weak man.
Oh, okay. So there's more than blood there.
The dead.
Get your retribution!
Must be done.
We gave them something.
There's so many great shots already in this. Oh, so many great shots in this trailer already. Nice. Ooh, that kind of matches with his position in the first movie.
It's not a prophecy. It's a story.
I don't care what you believe. I believe.
Oh!
I am Paul Mordiv Atreides, Duke of Arrakis.
Oh!
He who can destroy a thing has the real control of it.
This looks so good. This looks so good. Now I can't really go into full analysis mode because, like, you know, I don't really know much of the backstory, but I can appreciate really great cinema. Obviously, okay, there's like a few things. Like, for example, this shot here, this is obviously from the aftermath of the huge battle that was waged in the first film. I am so curious to see how Josh Brolin actually survived. But, like, you know, he's a fighter, man. Like, you know. There's a lot of great shots in this film that have such great use of color. Like, this shot here, Rebecca Ferguson about to beat someone with a stone. This sort of coloration shows up later in the trailer, like here with Paul and Zendaya's character, like with the sunset. I think that is very nice. That is very cool. I'm very excited to see like Zendaya and Paul like go head to head in like some action sequences, as well as the rest of the Fremen. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Fremen. What else? The interesting ideal of Paul using, like Josh Brolin says, like using his whole thing about being the prophet and using that, but Paul knowing that it will lead to his control. Like I said, I'm very curious to see where the visions kind of lead in terms of story. No spoilers, but I'm just very curious. We've got our first look at Christopher Walken's character. He looks to be playing some sort of like kingly ruler who knew Paul's father, apparently. Maybe some bad blood there. Florence Pugh playing probably his daughter. I know she's like playing a princess character, which I think is very cool. So there's some bad blood between House Atreides and I keep saying Paul Walker. Christopher Walken's characters' houses. Very Game of Thrones-esque. This is so cool. I love this. When we get introduced to Austin Butler's character, we have this really cool black and white world, and just the use of color in this film is great. I want to say he's playing Stellan Skarsgård's son, like warrior son, and we do see him have a conflict with Paul, and I believe maybe Christopher Walken's character hires him to kill Paul, so that way, like, the House Atreides bloodline officially ends. The face-off between Brolin and Batista is going to be so cool. This man just walking through the flames with an army is just so good. Paul really coming into his element, as, like, you know, the future leader here, taking on that role. I'm very excited to see how the relationship builds between him and Zendaya, as we see in this shot here. They're already in like some form of a relationship, so that's cool. Paul riding a sandworm. That was in the teaser, and I freaked out when I saw that. And I think that's just going to be such a cool sort of thing. This shot here, Paul standing above his followers. Oh, what a shot. And him, like, proclaiming, I am Paul of House Atreides, like, so good. There's all this shot here of Paul walking with a sandworm coming behind him. Oh. And then there's him overlooking a huge explosion. Where is it? It's, like, around here somewhere. Here it is. That's insane. Like, I wonder what it is. It looks like a settlement. There is this giant glass ball thing. Ah, this movie just looks so cool. I'm very excited for part 2. I can't wait to see how this ends and how it leads into part 3. And I cannot wait for Paul to do what must be done when Dune Part 2 comes to theaters on November 3rd. And that is my reaction. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure down below, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to join the nerd notification squad, and also follow me on TikTok right here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!